Hi everyone, I'm creating this channel to help people and I would like to share my own experience to help you live your best life and have good health even at the later stage of life. This is what it's all about. But a quick disclaimer, the content provided on this YouTube channel is for informational and educational purposes only, so it's not intended to substitute for any professional advice, diagnosis, or treatment. You should always seek advice of qualified healthcare provider with any questions you may have regarding your conditions. All that aside, I would love someone to tell me when I was young that I don't have to suffer every day of the months when my period starts. It started when I was young, very young, which also has their own reasons why it started so early. I was 11 and I had pain up until 24, so more than a decade of my life. Every day, first day, sometimes second day, I would have quite strong pain and I need to take ibuprofen, 200 milligrams or sometimes 400 milligrams because I wouldn't be able to hold or survive the pain without it. And I know this because I tried many other medications, pain relief, over-the-counter medications that supposedly help to relieve the pain, but nothing worked on the ibuprofen. It is anti-inflammatory drug. It lowers temperature as well. But taking it is quite toxic, especially for so long, significant amount of time. And I would love if someone told me there is another way, that I don't need to do this, experience this pain, even because when you take a medication, it's still, there is a time, half of an hour or more until the medication starts working, and it is horrible pain, as half of the population probably knows. And I found out it's related to the diet that everyone eats, that's called standard diet. Unfortunately, I adopted a plant-based diet after looking, researching. It took me about a month to get certain and remove every animal product from my diet, which significantly reduced fat in the diet, and this is what helped, and this is what was crucial for me to stop experiencing pain after a month within the diet. The pain was a lot less than it was before. I didn't have to take any medications. I could just notice that it's painful, and it was not too harsh. So I didn't have to take it, and now I am 8 years on a plant-based diet. I don't take any medications. I don't experience pain on the first, second, any day of my period. The fat content of the animal products in cheese, for example, it's 80 up to 100%. It's very, very high. It's 70%, depends on the product. In meat, it is very, very high. Even if you remove everything, the meat itself, it has in the cells, inside the cells, it's fatty, which pushes for the pain at the end. And I thought that I wouldn't lose anything if I try, and I can't be happier about my decision at that time. So I wish all who is interested to try it, and let me know in the comments. I would be happy to see if this video helps anyone. When I first became vegan, I thought that it's impossible to be vegan and be healthy. So I started researching, and I found out that it's completely the opposite, actually. That vegan diet brings so much health, so much vitality to a person. I had so much more energy, and my pain finally was gone. The period pain that I experienced for so long, it was gone. It reduced after a first cycle, and with every cycle I noticed the difference. Sometimes when I would eat a lot of junk food, fatty, vegan junk food, that would be more intense. So the pain would return, and it would be a little bit more, but still I didn't have to take any medication. I could just experience it. It would be a bit intense, but nothing like before when I was eating animal products, which I found out that it is very inflammatory, and this is what creates all this suffering and pain, not only for people who experience various health conditions because of their standard diet. Studies on this topic show that some women have pain alleviation or pain reduction after 1 month of starting the diet, plant-based diet, and some women have pain alleviation or reduction after 2, 3, 4 months on a vegan plant-based diet. A note to be made is that it should be low fat and processed food free as much as possible. For myself, sometimes I would eat processed food, and I would see that I have the more painful period at the end of the month because it was more fatty, the foods, as some plant foods to be considering to avoid is coconut oil and cocoa butter that is in every chocolate you can find. Is all the time cocoa butter is the biggest ingredient in that. the content of the chocolate. It could be less than 50% for some chocolate bars, but still it's very big too, so need to keep an eye on that. So any fat that is solid during the room temperature is the worst. If you need any help transitioning into a plant-based diet, I would be happy to help. Over the years, I gathered a lot of information about health and well-being, and I would love to pass that on. If you would like to work with me, I invite you, and I wish you a lot of health. Be positive, and hopefully the pain will be gone if you will be strong and continue with your diet.